Hey everyone, and welcome to a deep dive that's going to really stretch our imaginations today.
Yeah.
We're talking AGI,
Yay.
Advanced Artificial Intelligence.
Big topic.
It is a big topic, and we've got some fascinating source material that we're going to be looking at today.
We do.
It's a document outlining 10 thought experiments about how AGI could completely revolutionize the economy.
That's right. And I think a lot of people, when they hear AGI and the economy, they think, oh, it's just going to be robots taking our jobs.
Right, robots and jobs, yeah.
But this document goes way beyond that.
Yeah.
It really does. It looks at all these new industries that AGI could create, the resources it's going to need, and even how, like, our fundamental ideas of value might completely shift.
It's kind of mind-blowing to think about.
It is.
Like, we're getting a sneak peek into an economic landscape that feels like straight out of science fiction.
I know.
But this document makes a really compelling argument that it's closer than we think.
It does, and that's where these thought experiments come in.
Okay.
They're designed to get us thinking critically about all the potential impacts of AGI on the way we live and work.
Okay, so let's dive right in.
Let's do that.
To the first thought experiment.
Okay.
The document calls it the automation paradox. And it asks a question that I think is probably on a lot of people's minds.
Okay.
If AGI can potentially do almost any job, what jobs are even left for humans?
That is the paradox right there. It seems so counterintuitive.
Yeah.
But this document argues that certain sectors are going to actually flourish because of AGI.
Interesting.
They call it automation resilience.
Automation resilience.
Think about it: high-touch services, creative fields, anything that really requires genuine human connection.
Okay.
The report actually specifically mentions things like...
Like what?
Therapists, artists, executive coaches.
Oh, interesting.
These are all roles that are going to be in high demand.
So basically the skills that make us human.
Exactly.
Empathy, creativity, complex problem solving.
Yes.
Those become even more valuable.
More valuable.
In an AGI-driven world.
Precisely because AGI might be able to analyze data and, optimize processes like crazy.
Right.
But it can't replicate those nuances of human interaction, that emotional intelligence that we bring to the table.
That's so interesting. So I can already see the headlines.
Oh, yeah.
Empathy, the hottest skill in the AGI job market.
Maybe not that dramatic.
Okay.
But yeah, you get the idea.
Yeah.
And it's not just about job security either.
Right.
It's about finding fulfillment
in
a world that's changing so rapidly.
Okay, so I'm starting to feel a little less existential dread about the robot takeover.
Yeah.
But now I'm curious about the money side of things.
Of course, yeah.
Who actually profits in this AGI-powered economy?
Yeah.
So that brings us to thought experiment number 2. AI value creation and capture.
This is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
The document breaks down the potential winners into different categories.
Okay.
So first you got the AI companies themselves.
Right, the ones building the tech.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then you've got the data providers.
Okay.
Companies like Snowflake and Databricks.
Okay.
They're providing that raw material for AI to learn.
Got it.
And then there's the infrastructure layer.
Infrastructure.
This includes the chip manufacturers like NVIDIA and cloud service providers like Amazon Web Services.
So they're the ones powering all of this.
Exactly. They're the ones making it all possible. And then finally, you've got the end users.
Right, the people who actually use the AI products and services.
Exactly, and the platforms that connect them to the AI.
Like Google and Microsoft.
Exactly, like those big platforms.
Wow. Okay, so it's not as simple as just investing in AI.
No.
You really have to understand this whole ecosystem.
You have to understand the whole ecosystem. Yep. The document really emphasizes the importance of understanding these different layers of the AI value chain. The AI value chain. Yes. It's like a cake. You need all the layers.
I like that analogy.
To make it work.
Okay, so I'm starting to see how this deep dive isn't just about understanding AGI in the abstract.
No.
It's about equipping ourselves to make smart decisions.
Exactly.
Maybe even investment decisions.
Yeah.
In this new world.
It's about recognizing that AGI isn't some far-off fantasy.
Yeah.
It's already shaping our world, and it's going to keep doing so at an accelerating pace.
Okay, well, buckle up, listeners.
Yeah.
Because things are about to get even wilder.
They are.
As we dive into the next thought experiment.
Okay.
Resource displacement and reallocation.
Oh, that's a good one.
This one really made me think differently about the commodities that we rely on.
Okay.
The document asks, what happens to traditional resources like oil and even labor
Yeah.
when AGI changes the game so drastically.
Yeah. Right. It challenges some of our fundamental assumptions.
It does.
Like, for example, if AGI leads to hyper-efficient transportation and manufacturing, as the document suggests, the demand for oil could plummet.
That is a huge shift.
It is.
Makes you wonder what happens to oil-producing countries.
Right. What happens to the whole global energy landscape?
Exactly.
That's a huge question.
Yeah.
And the document only touches on it briefly.
Okay.
But it does point to emerging opportunities.
Like what?
Like the increased demand for the raw materials needed to build AI systems.
Okay.
Like semiconductors.
So those will likely increase in value.
Yeah, they're going to be in high demand.
So it's not just about displacement.
Right.
It's about reallocation.
Exactly. Resources flow to where they're most needed.
And AGI will definitely be driving that flow.
Absolutely. And it's not just physical resources either. It's about human resources. If AI takes on a lot of the tasks that humans are currently doing, the nature of work will change.
Okay. I think we need to take a deep breath here.
Yeah, for sure.
This is a lot to take in.
It is.
We've gone from robots potentially taking our jobs to the global energy market being completely upended.
Totally.
And we're only 3 thought experiments.
I know, and it's about to get even more mind-bending.
Oh, no.
The next thought experiment, the long-tail economy, takes us into a world where mass production might become a relic of the past.
You're right. Hold on to your hats, listeners.
Yeah.
Because in the next part of our deep dive, we'll be exploring a future where everything is hyper-personalized.
Yes.
Thanks to the power of AGI.
Can't wait.
See you on the other side.
See you there.
Welcome back. All right, so we left off with this idea of the long-tail economy.
Yeah, the long-tail economy.
And this is where it gets really exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, so imagine a world where everything is tailor-made just for you.
Oh, wow.
No more one-size-fits-all, just hyper-customization, thanks to AGI.
So instead of mass-produced goods, we'll have AI crafting.
Products and services based on our individual needs and preferences.
Exactly. Think personalized medicine, custom-designed homes, education plans tailored to your unique learning style.
That's incredible.
It is.
But how does this actually work in practice?
So the document highlights the role of AI-powered platforms that can connect consumers with niche producers and creators.
So like Etsy, but supercharged.
Yeah, exactly like Etsy on steroids.
Wow.
These platforms would enable individuals and small businesses to reach global audiences, creating this thriving marketplace for unique, personalized offerings.
So it's not just about consumption then.
Right.
It's about empowering creators and entrepreneurs as well.
Exactly. The long-tail economy could unlock this massive wave of innovation and creativity as people are empowered to develop and market their own specialized products and services.
That's a pretty optimistic vision of the future.
It is.
But wouldn't this level of customization be incredibly expensive?
That's the thing. That's where AGI comes in. The document argues that as AI gets more sophisticated, it can dramatically reduce the cost of production and distribution.
So making hyper-personalization affordable.
Affordable for everyone.
Wow.
So AI isn't just replacing jobs.
Right.
It's also making things cheaper and more accessible.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that brings us to our next thought experiment.
Okay, hit me.
The learning feedback loop.
Ooh, this is a good one.
This one really gets the incredible speed of AGI development.
It does.
What happens when AI is learning so fast that traditional research and development just looks like a snail's pace?
It's mind-blowing, right? We're used to technology advancing kind of incrementally.
Yeah.
But with AGI, it feels like the rate of change could be exponential.
Yeah, it's hard to even wrap your head around.
It is. The document describes this as a learning feedback loop.
Learning feedback loop.
Where AGI's rapid learning fuels even faster advancements in other fields.
So like AI designing new AI.
Exactly, or AI driving breakthroughs in biotech or nanotechnology.
That's both exciting and a little scary.
It is a little bit of both.
How do we even keep up?
Well, the document emphasizes adaptability.
Okay.
It highlights industries like biotech and robotics, which are already embracing these rapid innovation cycles.
So we have to learn to become comfortable with constant change.
Yeah, and embrace lifelong learning.
It's not just about learning new skills. It's about developing a mindset that embraces change and continuous improvement.
Exactly. We need to become agile learners.
Agile learners.
Constantly updating our knowledge and skill set.
To keep pace with the evolution of AGI.
Yeah, it's moving fast.
Okay, this is a lot to process.
I know.
We've gone from personalized products to AI designing itself.
That's a wild ride.
It is a wild ride, but even in this super efficient AGI-driven world, there's still a crucial need for the human element, right?
Absolutely.
Things like trust, collaboration, shared values. That's where thought experiment number 6 comes in. Human-centric AI interactions.
This is a really important one.
It is.
Because the document really emphasizes that even in a world of super advanced AI, human values are paramount.
They are.
It's not just about building smart machines.
Right.
It's about building machines that align with our ethical principles and enhance human collaboration.
So it's about designing AI systems that we can trust.
Exactly. Systems that reflect our values and work alongside us, not against us.
Right. And are there companies working on this right now?
Oh, yeah. There are some really interesting examples.
Like what?
Well, OpenAI, for instance.
Yeah.
They're focusing on developing AI that is safe, beneficial, and aligned with human values.
That makes sense.
And companies like Google are investing heavily in research on AI fairness and bias mitigation.
So we're essentially trying to teach AI to be responsible.
Yeah.
Just like we teach our children.
The good analogy.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm feeling a bit more reassured about our robot overlords.
Good.
But now we're about to enter some truly mind-bending territory.
Okay, I'm ready.
Thought experiment number 7.
All right.
Post-scarcity economies.
This is a big one.
It is. This one asks, what happens when AGI makes things so incredibly cheap to produce that the concept of scarcity becomes a thing of the past?
Right. It challenges our fundamental assumptions about value in economics.
Okay, my brain is officially starting to melt.
I know, it's a lot to take in.
So we're talking about a world where things like food, housing, energy are practically free.
Potentially, yes.
What happens to the whole concept of money and work?
That's the million-dollar question, right?
Yeah.
The document doesn't offer any easy answers.
Okay.
But it does suggest that we might need to rethink our whole economic system.
Wow.
Perhaps we move towards a model focused on abundance and well-being rather than scarcity and competition.
That's a pretty radical shift in thinking.
It is, but I guess that's what this whole deep dive is about, right?
Yeah, challenging our assumptions and preparing ourselves for a future that's unlike anything we've ever seen before.
Absolutely.
And that future is unfolding on a global scale. Which brings us to our next thought experiment.
Okay.
Global AI geopolitics.
Ooh, getting geopolitical.
This one explores how countries are using AI to gain an edge on the world stage.
Right. It's like the space race, but for AI dominance.
Exactly. What does the document have to say about how this is playing out?
So we were talking about how AI is shaping the global landscape, kind of like a new space race for AI dominance. The document paints a picture of a world where AI prowess equals power, economic and political power.
So it's like a spy movie or something where countries are vying for control of some super weapon.
Yeah.
But this time it's AI. What kind of advantages are we talking about?
So the document points out that nations that are investing heavily in AI research and development and creating like supportive regulations, those are the countries that are likely to see significant benefits. Things like economic growth, job creation, even national security advantages.
So we might see the rise of AI superpowers, countries that basically dominate the world thanks to their AI.
It's a possibility. The document doesn't explicitly say that, but it does highlight the importance of staying informed about AI policies and investments in different countries. It's a new kind of geopolitical chess game, and the stakes are high.
Yeah, this is really fascinating stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sensing a theme here, though.
Oh, yeah.
From automation to resource allocation to global power dynamics, it seems like AGI is going to accelerate change on every level.
Yeah, it's a pattern that's hard to ignore, but remember, technology is a tool, right? And how we use it depends on us.
Right.
And that brings us to thought experiment number 9, which really gets to the heart of this question.
Okay.
Human redundancy versus empowerment. Does AGI inevitably make humans obsolete, or can it actually help us unlock our potential?
So we're back to the big question about robots and jobs, but on like a much grander scale. What's the document's take? Are we all destined to become couch potatoes while AI runs the show?
Well, the document actually takes a more optimistic view. It argues that AGI has the potential to amplify human creativity and problem solving. If we approach it strategically, think of it as a partnership where AI handles like those tedious and repetitive tasks, freeing us up to focus on what we humans do best, like innovation strategy, building relationships.
So it's not about being replaced by AI. It's more about working alongside it.
Exactly, like having a super intelligent assistant.
That can handle all the grunt work.
Exactly. And the document highlights examples like AI-powered design tools, that help architects create more innovative buildings, or AI-driven platforms that connect entrepreneurs with funding and resources. These are tools that empower not replace.
That's a much more hopeful picture.
It is.
But let's be honest, even with all the potential benefits of AGI, there's still some serious risks to consider.
Right. Which brings us to the final thought experiment, number 10, existential risks and insurance.
Oh.
This is the one that keeps, like, futurists and science fiction writers up at night, you know? The document acknowledges that any technology as powerful as AGI has the potential for unintended consequences, and some of them could be pretty catastrophic.
So we're talking the robot apocalypse scenario.
Well, the document doesn't sensationalize the risks, but it does emphasize the importance of investing in AI safety research, developing like robust ethical frameworks, and creating regulatory mechanisms that ensure responsible development and deployment of AGI.
So it's like with nuclear technology, we need to make sure we're using this incredible power for good and not letting it get out of control.
Exactly. And that's why this document is so valuable. You know, it's not just about understanding the opportunities, it's about acknowledging the risks and taking proactive steps to mitigate them.
This has been an intense journey. We've gone from the very practical, like which industries will thrive, to the almost philosophical, like what happens to the concept of value in a post-scarcity world.
It's a lot to take in.
What are the key takeaways you hope our listeners walk away with?
I think the biggest takeaway is preparedness. The AGI revolution is happening, whether we're ready or not, and this document gives us a framework for understanding those potential impacts, you know, both the positive and the negative, and it empowers us to make informed decisions.
I completely agree. And maybe it's not all doom and gloom. Maybe, just maybe, we can harness the power of AGI to create a future that's more prosperous, more equitable and fulfilling for everyone.
I like that perspective. It's not about surrendering to the machines. It's about shaping the future that we want to see.
Well said. And on that note, we've reached the end of our deep dive into the AGI economy. We hope this has given you a glimpse into the incredible possibilities and the challenges that lie ahead.
Yeah, it's a wild ride, but it's one that we're all on together.
Thanks for joining us on this journey. We encourage you to keep exploring these ideas, ask questions, engage in conversations about the future we want to create together. Until next time, stay curious.
Stay curious.